children, and welcome. We are going to continue our lesson on reptiles. What did we learn about reptiles? Well, reptiles are animals that are cold-blooded. What does that mean? That means that the temperature inside their body changes to the temperature that's in their environment. Are we cold-blooded? No, we're warm-blooded. If we go outside and it's very cold, the temperature in our body stays the same. But if a turtle goes to an environment that's very cold, the temperature in his body is going to change. So what did we learn about reptiles? That they are cold-blooded. We learned that some reptiles live on land and some live on water. Reptiles have a skeleton. They have a backbone, a vertebrae. We learned that reptiles breathe with their lungs. That reptiles have scales. They have scaly, thick skin that protects them from either predators or the hot, scorching heat in their environment, because most reptiles live in hot, dry places. Or they could either live in hot, dry places or places that are very humid, right? We also learned that reptiles eat other animals, and there are reptiles that eat plants. We also learned that reptiles give birth to their young. And there are some reptiles that lay eggs, like the turtle. So we know different things about reptiles, but today we are going to talk more about a special kind of reptile. We learned about snakes, or we talked about snakes, and today we are going to talk about turtles. And I have this great book that's called Look Out for Turtles. We are going to learn why some turtles look different than each other. You see this turtle? Its front legs are very wide. Its back legs look very flat. This is a sea turtle. So his body is different, and it's specially made for swimming in the water. We're going to learn why this turtle has such a long neck and long legs. Why some turtles have a very, very hard, thick shell. So look at this turtle. This turtle's shell has spikes on it. Let's read our book called Look Out for Turtles, and let's find out why. Look out for turtles. Oh, these are Galapagos turtles. Most land turtles move very, very, very slowly. Suppose you ran 1 mile race with a turtle. You would cross the finish line in about 10 or 15 minutes. The turtle could get there in about 5 hours. We know turtles can move very slow. But did you know that some turtles can move very fast? These turtles live in the ocean. They have flippers instead of legs. Some turtles can swim a mile in less than 3 minutes. The very fastest human swimmer takes 5 minutes to swim a mile. Here we have a loggerhead turtle. This loggerhead turtle looks a bit similar to this sea turtle. You see, this sea turtle can swim very fast in the ocean because of the way his legs are made to help him swim through the water like this. So, some turtles move very slow on land, but then there are other turtles that move very fast, like this loggerhead turtle that swims a mile. He swims a mile in less than 3 minutes. Wow. Turtles on land and in sea are among the oldest living creatures in the world. They have been on Earth for nearly 200 million years. Turtles were here at the time of the dinosaurs, and they're still here today. Why have turtles lived so long? Do dinosaurs still exist now? No. But it's amazing that turtles were around such a long time ago. And we're going to find out why and how they lived so long. If you look at this picture, you'll see the turtle right there with the other dinosaurs. Many turtles have a hard shell. This is the shell. Oh. Here we have our parts of the turtle. And this is the shell. Can you say shell? Many turtles have a hard shell. The shell is the turtle's house. It is also its shield. The hard shell protects the turtle from its enemies. When danger is near, most land turtles hide inside their shells. They pull their heads, tails, and forelegs inside. Now the turtle is safe from harm. So here you see a turtle. A dog is walking up to the turtle. It gets too close and it hides inside of its shell. So let's pretend this sweater is my turtle shell. Oh, my arms are really long, so it's not gonna go in as easy as it would if I was a turtle. But if I was a turtle, my arms would go in and my head would go in. But you see how tricky that is for me to do? For turtles, it's not that hard because their legs and their arms are not as long as my arms, right? And look, you see? And what happens is when they get scared, all of their legs and their head go back in their shell. And their shell is hard, so it protects them. It's an armor. The turtle shell has two main parts. The top part is called the carapace. The bottom is the plastron. The carapace and the plastron are joined by a bridge. The bridge has openings for the head, tail, and legs. So, here we have the shell, but the shell is made out of two main parts. The top part of the shell is up here. That's called the carapace, the carapace. And then the bottom part is the plastron down here. That's like this underbelly, right under here. Then in between that bottom part and the top part is called the bridge. This is the bridge right here of the turtle. The bridge has the openings for their head, their legs, and the arms. So, right here is the bridge. And that's the part that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little holes where their limbs can go inside their shell. So here we have the carapace and the plastron. That goes on the bottom part of the shell. The bridge would be right in between these two pieces here. The bridge holds those two parts of the shell together. The box turtle and mud turtle have a special kind of shell. When the turtle is inside, it pulls the carapace and the plastron together. The two parts close up tightly. You can't slip even a penny inside. So let's look for a box turtle. We have a box turtle here. Oh, here's the box turtle. And so what happens is that once they pull their legs and their arms inside the shell, it sucks, it almost closes the bridge completely closed. So if a predator is trying to eat them, it'll be impossible for them to get in. Isn't that amazing? Many kinds of land turtles have a mixture of colors on their shell. Brown, yellow, green, gray, or black are common. The different color blends in with the turtle's surroundings. So here we have an eastern box turtle. We just learned that the shells are different colors depending on where they live. So if the box turtle lives in an area where it's mostly brown, then his shell will be brown. This is a sea turtle, and sea turtles are usually very green. And green, just like the parts of the ocean where they swim, there's lots of greenery in the ocean too. Oh, this turtle is a giant tortoise. His shell is yellow. I wonder where he lives for his shell to be yellow. Let's find out if we can see. A water turtle's carapace is usually dark in color. Water turtles swim so fast that they don't need a colorful carapace to hide from their enemies. Oh, so this turtle doesn't need to hide from his enemies because he swims very fast, just like the sea turtle. Oh, it's called a common snapping turtle. On soil, sand, or mud, on grass, rocks, or logs, in ponds, streams, or sea, turtles can be very hard to spot. What is it called when an animal blends in the background of their environment? Camouflage. So these turtles camouflage a little bit with their environment. We can't see them now, but if we were taking a hike and we happened to, and that turtle happened to be somewhere in the water next to some sticks, it would be a little hard to catch it because it's the same color as everything that's around this turtle. Turtles don't have teeth, but they can bite with their strong jaws. A turtle bite can hurt an animal or a human being. So this turtle has no teeth, but their bites are very strong. So here is the turtle's head where he will have his mouth. That's very, very strong. Strong for eating lots of different foods. Turtles have survived for millions of years for other reasons. They can live almost anywhere and they eat many different foods. Those that live in or near ponds and streams eat water plants, bugs, snails, and fish. Turtles that live on land, and tortoises as they're sometimes called, eat plants, fruits, insects, vegetables, and worms. Here is a desert tortoise, and this desert tortoise is actually eating something off of a cactus. Depending where these tortoises or turtles live, they will have to eat what's in their environment. The desert tortoise lives in the desert, so it's eating something that's growing off of this cactus. Turtles that live in the sea eat seaweed, jellyfish, crabs, and fish. This is a green turtle, and you can see the colors on his shell are green, a little bit of yellow, and black. He eats seaweed. Do you eat seaweed at home? I eat seaweed. And seaweed has a very dark color. It's almost like a black, has a little bit of green in it. The green turtle. I wonder if this is a green, oh no, this is a sea turtle, but it's also green. You see, maybe because he eats a lot of algae too and swims in the water. So that's interesting. Most turtles that live in cold climates sleep during the winter. They hibernate. Some dig themselves in the mud on the bottom of a lake or river. Others snuggle into the soil on land. There they stay until spring. Sea turtles in cold climates swim to warmer waters when the temperatures are too low. Now, some of these tortoises live in areas where it's hot all year long. But we actually had a snapping turtle that lived in the little pond by our playground. And it gets cold here in Reston. So what happens is when it gets cold, if the turtle is living in an area where it gets cold, it finds somewhere to sleep and dig and hide and hibernate, like a tree or the bottom of a creek or a pond or a lake. We had a turtle that I was saying that we had a turtle that lived in a creek over there by the playground. And during the winter time, it dug a hole by our playground and it hibernated. Then one day when the weather got very warm, the turtle appeared on our playground. Does anyone remember when that happened? It was a big snapping turtle. And he just dug his way out of the ground when the temperature got warmer. How neat is that? In March and April, the land turtles begin to come out of their winter homes. Over the next few months, the male and female turtles mate. The female then digs a hole in the ground for a nest. Even turtles that live in the sea crawl up on land to make their nest. So here is an eastern box turtle. And this turtle is going to lay eggs and she's going to make a nest. Birds, when they lay their eggs, they make a nest using twigs. But turtles have to use what they can find. And because it's hard for them to carry different things and make a nest like a bird, they dig a big hole in the ground. Just like what we talked about. Just like when we talked about the reptiles laying eggs. But a turtle digs a very big hole for its eggs. I don't have that picture on me now, but if you've ever been to the beach, maybe you'll find a turtle nest, because sometimes they do lay their eggs on by the beaches, and it's very neat to see. A female lays a clutch of eggs in the nest. The number of eggs in each clutch varies. The African pancake turtle lays just one egg at a time. But the green turtle can lay up to 150 eggs in her clutch. So, a group of eggs like this is called a clutch. Some turtles lay one egg, but this green turtle can lay up to 150 eggs. Wow. After she lays the eggs, the female turtle covers them with soil and sand, and she leaves. Why do you think the female turtle has to cover all of the eggs? To protect her eggs, right? For 2 or 3 months, the turtle grow inside the eggs. By the end of summer, the eggs are ready to hatch. The baby turtle uses its sharp egg tooth to slit open the eggshell. It takes from 1 to 4 days to open the egg and pull itself out. The baby turtle loses its egg tooth after a few weeks. Aww. So, I have a baby turtle in here, and we are going to find the baby turtle. Oh, I found another sea turtle. So here we have baby turtles. They're so little. And they're born with one tooth. It's called an egg tooth. And that tooth is used to poke a hole in the egg. Kind of like when a bird is ready to when a bird is ready to hatch from its egg, it uses its beak to poke a hole. But the baby turtles use their tiny egg tooth. And just like your baby teeth, their egg tooth falls out. Here are baby green turtles that are being hatched from their egg. The newborn turtle The newborn turtles have little protection. Their shells are very soft, so they must go to a safe hiding place quickly. They go as fast as their stubby legs and flippers can carry them. Tiny sea turtles head right for the ocean. Somehow they know the way. Usually they make the trip at night. Even so, many are caught and eaten by gills and crabs. So remember I was saying, when you go to the beach next time, see if you can find a turtle nest. Usually they put something usually the wildlife people who protect these animals will put something around the turtle nest to protect other animals or people from touching it. But once the turtles hatch from the egg, they waddle all the way to the ocean. But a lot of the times they don't make it. And that's part of nature. Young land turtles have to watch out too. Raccoons, birds, dogs, and foxes can easily catch and eat them. Turtles live longer than most animals. One turtle lived to be about 170 years old. A soldier found this turtle on an island in Indian Ocean in 1766. It was already fully grown, but when he took it, it was already fully grown. The turtle lived there for 152 years. Wow. In 1918, it was killed accidentally. No one knows how much longer it might have lived, but turtles can live for a very long time. Turtles range in size from tiny to gigantic. Among the smallest are the mud turtles. They grow just to be 3 to 6 inches. Eastern mud turtle. This is the actual size of the mud turtle. The same size of this paper, of this page on the book. The biggest are the seagoing leatherback turtles. Wow, they can be up to 6 feet long and weigh up to 1,000 pounds. Wow. The Galapagos turtle takes the prize for the largest turtle. At 4 feet long, it's about 2/3 the length of a leatherback turtle, but it weighs an average of 600 pounds. Turtles are survivors. They must have a hard shell to protect them. Their carapaces help keep them out of sight. That helps them keep their legs. Here they have their legs, the turtle's legs, and their tails back into their shell. Different kinds of turtles can exist almost anywhere on land or in sea. Various sorts of turtles can eat many different kinds of plants and animals. And some live to be more than 100 years old. Yet, every year, fewer and fewer turtles are left on Earth. Many are killed by humans. Some people eat the flesh and eggs of turtles. Some people make combs and ornaments out their shells. People also build houses and roads and factories on lands where turtles live. Without room to wander, find food, and lay eggs, the turtles die. That's why, turtles are also killed by pollution. As we dump poisons on the land and in the water, we kill turtles. That's so sad. That's why we have to do our job to protect them. Oh, and you and I have a very important job to do. We must not harm turtles that we find. Save turtles we find on the road by carrying them safely. We have to help to protect and clean up the land and water where turtles live. Ask for laws to prevent sea turtles from being caught in large fishing nets. By doing our job well, we can help turtles survive for another 200 million years. Wow. And that is our story. Look out for turtles. So we talked about the different parts of the turtle, the shell, the carapace, their legs, they have a tail, and they have a head which has their mouth and a very, very strong jaw that helps them chew and eat their food. I hope you enjoyed this story on turtles and learning about all the different types of turtles that we have in the world. Enjoy our turtle activities, boys and girls. Have a great day. Bye.